From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Kentaro and Nourish.
And I'm starting with some breaking news update right now. A few minutes back, the Ministry of External Affairs has issued a statement that India is ready to support African countries affected by the new Omicron variant by giving them made in India vaccines. My question is, great, but why not give Indians who need it a booster shot instead of just giving it to African countries first? Shouldn't Indian citizens get it first? If there are vaccines in excess, why not give the booster shot, like in other countries, to Indians now? Let's debate.
नए वेरिएंट की खबरें भी हमें और सतर्क करती हैं और सजग करती हैं। मैं संसद के सभी साथियों को भी सतर्क रहने के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूं। आप सभी साथियों को भी सतर्क रहने के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूं।
As the world races to contain the new variant of COVID, Omicron, Prime Minister Narendra Modi too has sounded caution. Over the weekend, he was briefed on the new threat. Because in the last few days, COVID clusters have emerged in parts of the country, most of them from high-risk groups who have been fully vaccinated months back, triggering a debate on the need for a booster shot. Because the inoculation for health workers started 11 months back. Frontline workers were vaccinated 10 months back. High-risk groups were given the shot 9 months back. Those above the age of 45 were vaccinated 8 months back. And the vaccination for adult population started 7 months back. So is the government considering a booster shot?
We are coming with a comprehensive policy both for boosters, if required, not required, when required. And the second is additional dose, to whom to give, when to give. All those issues will be made public after we have the NTACI meeting.
With the concern over Omicron variant, there is a need for a booster shot that can help shoot up the waning immunity. Most countries in the world have already started giving out the third dose.
The booster doses began to be rolled out in people aged 50 and over from September. We have identified no new safety concerns. Our careful review of the data at the time of approval found that the booster doses are effective.
But for India, there is a challenge to cover the ground on second dose of vaccination as well.
First dose happened because of the fear. So there is no doubt that we have to now concentrate on the booster dose, and if people do not want to take the vaccine, we shouldn't waste our vaccine. We should give it to the as a booster dose for the frontline workers and the vulnerable.
And at a time when even vaccine makers feel that booster shots are necessary.
Booster may be required. My feeling is the virus load has come down in the country. So we'll wait and watch. I think the government is also watching. And enough supplies are also there now, not a problem. And we have to, I think the government has to take a right decision as appropriate.
Why is the government of India opening up commercial exports of Covaxin? Will the government speed up the policy for a booster shot?
I welcome tonight Dr. N.K. Arora, Chief National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization, NTAGI. Dr. Arora, welcome. Dr. Shashank Joshi, Department of Diabetology and Endocrinology at Lilavati in Mumbai. He's part and heading the Mumbai Task Force on COVID. Thank you. Dr. Subramaniam Swaminathan, Senior Consultant, Infectious Diseases at Gleneagles Global Health City, Chennai and Bangalore. From Chennai, Deepak Paliwal from Dubai volunteered for human trials of the Oxford AstraZeneca. Dr. Ravi Godse, Internal Medical Specialist. He's the Director of Discharge Planning at UPMC Shadyside, live from Pennsylvania. Dr. Chandrasekhar Sathe, Orthopedic Surgeon from Alibag. Tausif Ahmed Khan, he's a political analyst. Professor D.K. Giri is a political commentator. Shazia of the BJP will be with us. Now, Dr. Arora, when we are now saying that we are going to be giving more vaccines to other parts of the world, and there is... Okay, Dr. Arora, I will just get him back. I think he got disconnected and he's gone to fix his audio line. I put that to Dr. Shashank. Omicron is a danger. We need more support. We need a booster. Dr. Krishna Ella was recently at the Republic Economic Summit, Shashank, and he said that the third is the real protection. You know, he indicated the third shot is the real protection. And we have the capacity to give Indians the third shot. So I think it's time to release the booster. Otherwise, we are chasing statistics. We're waiting for people who don't want to be vaccinated. As Dr. Devi Shetty said there, we will be wasting the vaccine waiting for them. And we are willing to give it to all our friends in Africa. But why not in India, Dr. Joshi? Why not in India? Give the booster shot to Indians who want it.
So, Arnabji, you make a very valid point of vaccine nationalism. And you make two scientific points. From a science standpoint, there is a clear need for an additional dose and a booster dose. Now, let us look at the science of it. If somebody has had COVID and 2 shots, it is as good as a booster. So all those people who are living in India and who have suffered from COVID and have taken 2 vaccines, they are as good as booster already because they have hybrid immunity. Number 2, additional dose is required for moderately to severe immunocompromise and a comprehensive policy. And I'm told by Dr. Arora that within a week or 10 days will be out. And similarly, a comprehensive policy is going to be out for the booster dose after 6 months after the first dose. So that is as far as the national interest is concerned. But remember, globally, COVID will never be eradicated till every human being on planet Earth is vaccinated. And getting the first dose and the second dose is crucial. Currently, the pandemic in UK, the pandemic in Europe, the pandemic in US, in Africa is all driven by the unvaccinated population. And therefore, it is very, very crucial that we are a part of a Vasudevam Kutumbam and we have to have and fulfill our obligations and commitments as far as COVAX is concerned. So I think it's a tight balancing act and I'm reasonably confident that Government of India is mindful of both. So I am certain that as they will export some vaccines to people from Africa, simultaneously additional dose and dose policy and booster dose.
Shashank, we made this mistake. We made this mistake, before the second wave. You remember, DK? Dr. Sathe, we made the mistake of saying, let us help people around the world. What you call COVID nationalism, actually are referring to COVID diplomacy. And my concern is, Dr. Sathe, that it's, diplomacy and all is okay. We want to be popular across the world, especially Africa. There are geostrategic interests. China is reaching out to Africa. India wants to be seen to be a friendly big brother. All that is great. But what's happening at home? There are 62 fully vaccinated residents of an old age home in Thane who tested positive. Dr. Sathe. fully vaccinated residents in an old age home. Now, do they need a booster shot? Yes. Would they have got COVID with a booster shot? Probably no. Simple as that. I mean, I don't understand diplomacy out here. We've just got to be practical. Yes, please, Dr. Sathe.
Yeah, I would like to make some basic scientific statements. The RNA viruses, they mutate, and there will be new mutants, new variants coming up. And there have always been, and although we did not make so much attempt to detect them before, vaccines may not work in immunocompromised patients like what you are talking of in old age patients. In fact, even after third dose, there have been many instances of old age immunocompromised patients dying of COVID. So the statement which you made, had they received third booster, they would not have died, is factually incorrect. So, I mean,
not died.
With this background,
they tested positive. Please let me correct you.
Yeah. So we have realized that the COVID vaccines, even after second dose, so many people have tested positive. In fact, we have stopped commenting on the number of people who have tested positive after second dose. We are now just calculating who are all being hospitalized or who are die after second dose. And with significant numbers, we are seeing a significant numbers of them dying even after second dose. So instead of giving third dose, I mean, why not accept that the vaccines are not working to the extent that we have sort of thought of?
You know, now you are taking it, Dr. Swaminathan. No, you are a vaccine cynic. I didn't realize that. No, I didn't realize that. Dr. Swaminathan is a vaccine cynic.
Yes, absolutely.
Despite being a doctor, he says don't take the vaccine. This is unique.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the problem.
See,
a doctor says don't take the vaccine.
No. Let's be very clear about
I'm
why
not
we
saying
want
don't
to
take
vaccinate.
vaccines.
Yeah. No, vaccines are good. Nobody is going to contest the importance of the vaccine. I think it's important to understand why we vaccinate. When we started the vaccination journey a year and a half ago, we were in a hope that we would vaccinate everybody and eradicate the disease. It has now become painfully obvious that that is going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible. Simply because the protection that it gives against infection, not severe infection, against all infections, is actually not very great. Which basically means that even people who are fully vaccinated can get the disease. But they are very unlikely to get hospitalized. The risk of death is practically zero. It's not zero, it's close. So the point is that we are now giving the vaccine, which is a good vaccine, to prevent bad things from happening. But will it be enough to eradicate or drive out the disease? That appears to be a little too far away. And that's what everybody is now recognizing.
Dr. Swaminathan.
Hang on, just...
I am not even on that. I am not even on that. No, Dr. Swaminathan, what happens is, if I may, you see, in the course of all these debates and different points of view, people get confused and the government also gets confused. And I'll tell you where the government confusion reflects itself. You remember, Dr. Swaminathan, before the second wave, how much debating we did?
Yeah.
And at that point of time, how much vaccines we gave around the world? I'm saying it's good to give vaccines around the world. But we all agree vaccines are good. Why not give the booster shot? Can anyone tell me giving the booster shot will have a negative impact? Can anyone tell me? Can Dr. N.K. Arora, he's the chief of the National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization, giving the booster shot is good. I'm saying give it. You have it. Why do you want to keep it in a cupboard box? I'm saying release it. We can't have the bureaucracy discussing it. 3 months will go. More people will be affected. I'm saying stop the bureaucracy.
Nobody's debating.
So, Arnab, do you want me to come at this
Dr.
point?
Arora.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Dr. Arora, please. Dr. Arora, yes, I got you now.
Yeah, thank you. So the whole issue is that, as very rightly said, why do we give vaccine? And we have come to know there are 25 vaccines being used all over the world, and about 10 vaccines have been approved by WHO also at the moment. They have variable so-called effectiveness against symptomatic disease, somewhere between 50% and 90%, all kinds. But the fortunate part is that all the vaccines provide 90 to 95% protection against severe disease. hospitalization, and death. Death even more than 95%. So basically, all the vaccines we are getting at the moment, and for that matter, a lot of other vaccines also, they are disease modifying. These vaccines have not been able to interrupt the transmission of virus. The best vaccine available today, by whatever parameter you may use, is not effective more than 40% in retarding or reducing the transmission of virus. So viral transmission is not affected. The second point is, when a vaccine is given, it provides two types of immunities. A visible immunity, which is in common parlance is used as antibodies, because that is what is quantified, measured. The other, which is not measurable or which is difficult to measure, which is invisible, and that is T-cell based immunity. And it has repeated studies have shown that T-cell immunity in COVID vaccine is more important than just antibodies. Third thing, that local epidemiology is very important. We cannot equate ourselves from Israel, Europe, or North America. The disease epidemiology and viral transmission is very different from what we see in India and in that part of the world. I'll tell you, India started vaccination on 16th of January in a very measured manner because of the restricted supply. And by 21st June, only about 20 crore doses were given. So bulk of the doses, that means over 100 crore doses have been given after the June of 2021. And that was the time when the second wave had waned off. Around the same time, sero survey has been done, which shows 67% was seropositive, and children were also of the same seropositivity, which is a proxy marker that what proportion of our population is naturally infected. Recent data from across the country is not a national database, that over 80% of children are seropositive, which is in other way natural infection in adults also. So now we have a scenario where bulk of our population got naturally infected. On top of that, we are giving vaccines. Most of the vaccines have been given to people who have been infected, and then vaccine is given.
So why wouldn't you release a booster shot? So other countries are giving boosters. I understand all of this. I just have a simple question. Other countries, so we have the vaccines. We want to give it to people in Africa. I'm saying give it to Indians.
Yes, Arnav, all the decisions in this pandemic, and a lot of friends, we have been working together who are on the panel, that all decisions so far have been totally scientific. There was a lot of hue and cry when the interval.
No, I'm not saying it's unscientific. I'm not saying it's unscientific at all. When did I say that? You've got it wrong. I am saying, sir, there are 27 crore. I'm not an unscientific person. Do I look like an unscientific person to you? I'm saying something very reasonable to you, sir. You are in a position to influence people. I am saying this to you, sir. 31%, only 31%, everyone of the elderly people are fully vaccinated, sir.
No.
Give them the booster shots.
No, just
I am saying to you 27. No, allow me to complete, sir. If you are going to give me statistics, I'll also give you. 27 crore comorbid people as estimated by the center. 270 million people with comorbidities. Right? Give them the booster. Doctors, they have diminishing immunity due to less antibodies. Now tell me, Covaxin begins its international export today. Change the policy overnight. Stop the international exports. Give it to Indians first. We're gifting 1 million vaccines to Iran last month. I'm not saying Iran is not our friend, DK. I'm saying Iran is our friend. But tell the Iranians that, listen, first we need to give it to people in our country. Ministry of External Affairs says we will will support people in Africa affected by Omicron. Do you give a guarantee that people in India will not be affected by Omicron? We give a guarantee there are going to be no Omicron cases in this country?
So
We are
Arnav,
concerned about Africa. But why
Arnav,
not about
I-
India?
We should
Please
learn from
explain.
the
No, I
second
don't
wave.
understand this, sir. I don't
Arnav,
understand this, sir.
Second wave. Yeah.
Arnav, I
DK,
think
what do you
that-
think, DK?
No, before
DK, what do you
says-
think?
Yeah.
DK, before DK says, I would
absolutely
like
agree
to
with
say,
you.
ask.
I agree with
Does
you. We have
Omicron
pathetic memory of
virus will
second
be
wave,
effective?
and we should not do that mistake again and give booster to our people before we export and earn brownie points. We have to give booster to our people. And the health minister was saying we have sufficient medicines, and give it. Why debate on the scientific thing? Booster is necessary, and that would protect people from getting the or dying out of virus. You know, because they may be infected, but they will not die. This is what we heard. And after the memories, pathetic memories of second wave, I don't think we should be debating it anymore in giving out the booster to our people.
So we are concerned. Dr. N.K. Raura, you are the chief of the National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization. You are in a powerful position. It is not my question. If I open the phone lines now, it is a question in the minds of every Indian. We are giving vaccines to Omicron hit nations. Very nice. But I want to know, we estimated to produce 300 million shots a month. The government keeps talking about how our capacity to produce is increasing, but you're not giving the booster to people. You're not giving the booster to people. Why? What is stopping the government, sir? Why?
The decision to give booster will be based on our own data. And whatever data I am quoting, we are working on that.
No, one second.
I think, Arnav, you have to
Sir,
listen
you
to
have
me.
you have it, it's in your...
I have not come for a debate. Dear friend, I have come to tell you the way and the processes we are following to decide whether what next steps will be. We have a national vaccine tracker platform where data of vaccination and breakthrough infections is there. We don't see any increase in the breakthrough infections, even in those who have received vaccine 10 months ago. What is the rationale? We have to have a very scientific approach to vaccination.
So, but
it cannot.
No. You are saying there need to be more cases. You are saying there need to be more cases of people who after vaccination have got COVID. 1 minute for you to no. Allow me in layman terms. So let me tell you how I understand. You are 1 second. You are saying you have not seen enough cases of breakthrough infections in people who have received vaccines even 10 months ago. In other words, you are trying to tell me, sir, and I understand you completely. I am logical. I understand this much of biology. In fact, I did pretty well in class 12. What you're saying is antibodies plus T cell is strong enough in most Indians not to need a booster. But that does not add up with the anecdotal fact which I'm telling you right now, that as I speak, there are 62 people in an old age home in Thane who tested positive. They were double vaccinated, sir, less than 10 months ago. There is concern. And bottom line is this today, Serum Institute has urged the government to fast-track Covishield doses movement, saying that the SIA had manufactured 224 crore Covishield doses, which was increasing every day. It was difficult to store them. They are saying we can't store so many doses. They are saying we can't store. And there are people who are saying give.
January
yes,
onward,
please. I think Ravi Godse from Pennsylvania. Dr. Ravi Godse wants to come in. Dr. Godse.
Arnab, you are right and wrong. I took the Pfizer booster in United States to protect myself more. Our government committee is like a 25-year-old boy who doesn't have education, not good looking, and asking his parents to get him married. Get a job. Why are you getting into the booster business? The healthcare workers who want to purchase a booster at their own cost, at their own risk, let them do that. You get out of the way. Let the doctors decide. Why are you telling doctors what to do? That is first thing. Second thing, ayam nijaha paroveti ganana laghu chetasam. This is not vaccine diplomacy. This is vaccine suicide. Because if we are sending the Democratic Republic of Congo, we're given a lot of doses of Pfizer. It is just sitting on the airport. 80% of the doses are wasted. Because you send it to them, they are not going to take it. And Arnab, you are making a mistake by calling it a booster. That confuses people. If people are immunosuppressed, if they're more than 75 years old, let's not call it a booster. Let's call it the third dose of the primary series. And let's just give them the third dose of the primary series. You start calling them a booster, people get confused. And one more thing, the protection of the vaccine against serious disease lasts for a long time. Against mild disease, it drops. So 45 fully vaccinated people got COVID is no news at all. It's a 50% chance. You have a more chance of contracting COVID than Virat Kohli of winning a toss. So let's not even talk about it. And one last thing, because of the natural immunity, despite the new variant, there's not going to be a third wave in India. There's not going to be a third wave in India, but you are exactly right. And one more thing, heterologous prime boost works the best. Why not allow Pfizer and Moderna at risk to Indian doctors? I'll send it, 10,000 doses. I'll send from Pennsylvania tomorrow, if government allows. We'll pay for it. We'll sponsor it. And let the doctor friends take the half dose who want to take it.
Wow.
I'm sending it tomorrow, if you're ready.
Great debate. No, Dr. Arora. Dr. Arora, this is a really solid debate going on. Dr. Arora says to me, Arnab, I'm your friend. Yes, you are my friend, but you don't come on my program every day. And you're an important person, right? And Dr. Shashank Joshi is an important person. We are not here to put you on the mat. We want to understand from you. You're the learned person. Dr. Arora, see, fact is, okay, let me test all my medical knowledge with you, newly acquired. You know, we are, please understand, Dr. Arora, this country is a mix of people who Google search too much on COVID or medicine, or are hypochondriacs, or are a mix of both. So anyway, we'll ask you, but we are concerned, you see. The thing is, Japan, okay, I will not call it a booster. In fact, I don't think it should be called a booster. When I heard Dr. Krishna Ella at our event, day before yesterday, 2 days back, we had the Republic Economic Summit, he said he gave a hint. He said most vaccines are given in 3 doses. First shot, second shot, and third shot. And the third shot is the one which actually does the job. So I'm asking you, sir, he said it's a miracle dose or miracle shot. The third shot. Let's not call it a booster. Give Indians the miracle shot. Am I saying something wrong? Japan is allowing the miracle shot. Israel is allowing the miracle shot. America is allowing the miracle shot. Qatar is approving the inoculation of high-risk individuals. Abu Dhabi, Dubai, United Kingdom, miracle shot. I need to know, nation wants to know, why don't you want to give Indians the miracle shot? Give us the miracle shot, Dr. Arora. Give it to us. Let's all be safe if we want to be, or as safe as we want to be. Dr. Arora, please.
Yes, Arnab, I have never been good in debates, but still I will try to make the point of what thinking is going on. We have still to decide about so-called miracle dose. The issue which I said is that in most of the countries where vaccination, real in true sense, came later, most of the people are infected. In fact, if I remember your program on somebody else's program, that those who have been infected need only single dose. That kind of a statement has often come through. And some of the so-called gurus also have made that statement. So after infection, if you get 2 doses, it is like a booster dose. And you get very solid and robust protective cover around you. The second point, which is very valid and which our friend from US was making, is totally correct. That additional dose or third dose, additional dose is to be separated from booster, because that means those who respond inadequately to the primary doses, you need to give them an additional dose. Third thing, that we are going to have our own mRNA vaccine in 6 weeks' time, so we will certainly use that. There is, I'm sure Krishna Allah must have told you about intranasal vaccine, which is phenomenal. It is world's first intranasal vaccine, and which works.
When is that coming? When is that coming?
January.
Are you going to limit the use of that? Is that also going through government approval? Is there some problem there? Why don't you? We've been hearing about the nasal vaccine for months now.
No, it is because the processes have to be completed. Arnab, the safety issue is a very important issue in vaccination. It is just not immune response. And I think in January, we will have nasal vaccine. We will have mRNA vaccine with us. Our DNA vaccine is already there. And I can assure you that we have the amount of vaccine. Next 2022, we will be having 5 to 6 billion doses.
No, are you saying? No, are you saying? Are you saying? Okay, one sec. Dr. Godse wants to. Dr. Godse wants to come back on the debate. So does Shashank. Are you saying? Are you indicating to me, to us, to all of us, that by January we'll have the intranasal vaccine, and that it will be freely available in the market? Or are you also then going to say we'll give it to 65 plus first, 45 plus after that, everybody else later? Or is that going to be freely available, marketed?
You are asking two questions. One is those who respond poorly to the vaccine, who are those people, and what is the process of giving the additional dose? The second question, which is another important question, and that is to be taken at government level, that is not a technical issue, that when vaccine will be available in open market, just like pediatric vaccines, anybody goes, pays and takes the vaccine. So that issue is something, but we are going to have plenty of vaccines. Like for example, in January, we are likely to have almost 45 to 50 crore doses. So the vaccine is
very nice, but then will you give it to us, or will you then say, that I'm sorry, will you then say that even when we have all this splurge of vaccines, where so many vaccines, we don't know where to keep them, will you then say, listen, don't be in a hurry. We don't think that those with 2 shots, even if it is 10 months, are much at risk. So kindly wait for the miracle shot. Because fact is, Dr. Shashank, come on, Dr. Ravi wants to come in. Ravi, the fact is, miracle doses increase the antibody response. That's all the reading I've done. Miracle dose, better antibody response, better protection. That's how I understand it. Am I wrong? And Indians want to be protected. We want to go to work.
Arnav, if I can say one statement, that if you have your tummy is full, you unnecessarily don't eat another paratha or chapati. I think whatever is optimally required for the body, that is what is to be done.
But what if I want to eat it? I have the money. I have the money to waste. I want to eat the paratha. Who's the government to stop me?
Yes, at the right time. I think this question is to be asked from the government, not to a technical.
And another question is, are you going to call the new Micron and tell him to wait till January to stop infecting till you guys make the decision? Why are you waiting
we
till
have
January?
94 crore adults immunizing 94 crores. USA will require at least 9 months. The way you have immunized
you did a great job.
So it is not something which is done overnight.
Hang on. I'm proud of what you did. I'm an Indian. I'm proud of what you did. I can't tell you how much proud I am. But what I'm asking you is, why are you waiting 6 weeks for your own mRNA vaccine? Why not Moderna and Pfizer? Moderna was discovered by an Indian. Moderna
and Pfizer want to indemnify our Delhi and Mumbai and Chennai. We don't want to indemnify our assets to a foreign country.
No, why not pass on the indemnity to the consumers? The consumers who want to buy it at their own risk, at their own money, let them buy it. Why are you stopping them? If the Indian doctors have the money, are willing to take the risk.
Who's coming in? I think Shashank also wants to come in. Shashank, he's making a solid point. Leave it to the individual.
No, so I'm telling you scientific facts. First is separate global science from Indian science. Global science is based on mRNA platform. Indian science is work in progress, as Dr. Arora said. Yes. Second is separate Indian policy from global policy, because global policy is based on that local geography, local economy. We are based on Make in India, Made in India policy. Third is we are a democratic country. So should it be controlled or should it be decontrolled? That is the moot point. Should it be controlled centrally by a group of experts from the center, which will decide the policy for the nation, or should it be in open market? Now, currently, these are the 3 points. So let us look at each of those points. Global policy says...
No, Shashank, there are 3 other points. There are 3 other points.
So scientifically, the additional dose and the booster dose globally, yes. India, probably yes, the additional dose. Booster dose, probably already acquired through natural immunity,
Counters
which is called
coming.
hybrid immunity. Second thing.
Tausif wants to counter. Tausif is countering.
No, no.
One sec.
Only
Who's
problem
countering?
is the
Tausif's
control.
going first.
Only problem is
Wait a minute.
democratic. We are a
Tausif's
democratic-
going first. We hear the counter.
So in a
Also
democratic
going to open the
republic,
phone
should it be
lines
control
tonight.
or not control is the only
Tausif,
challenge.
Tausif.
No, they don't.
See the control.
Tausif,
With the health.
Yeah.
I don't think. No.
Yeah, Tausif.
Indian. I think there is no need. There is no need. No. I just a moment. One of the panelists before me was belittling Indian policymakers. There is no need to do that because Indian doctors, Indian scientists are very well equipped to decide for their own country what is good and what is bad. Secondly, if we press the panic button, prematurely or not prematurely, people would want to have the third dose. When the third dose vaccination is still under process, is still in discussion, so long our country is concerned, what is the need for anybody to press the panic button? It will be decided in the due course of time. I've heard all the
No, here's a reason. No, there's no panic. There's no panic. One second. A minute. Tausif, you're completely wrong as usual. Tausif, you're completely wrong.
And they have
You're
also
completely
said
wrong.
that we
I
have the
haven't
first
heard of a person who's more wrong than you.
vaccination of
You're the
first and
wrongest person on the debate.
We have not.
No, he's
We
wrong.
have not
I'll tell you one thing. He talks about panic.
100%
One sec. I ask you.
vaccination of first and
I
second
ask you,
dose.
Tausif, 1 minute. 1 minute, just 1 minute, yeah?
Then we can talk
1 minute,
about
1 minute. Everyone relax. Wait a minute, Deepak. Wait a minute, Deepak. Wait a minute, Deepak. Deepak, listen. Deepak, he's asking us.
Dose of vaccination, but not under the panic button.
1 minute. Can you increase the volume, please? I want to say something. Tausif, a minute, please. Listen to me. I'll tell you why you're wrong. Okay, DK. Come on, DK. You know, Tausif, you said that why do you want a third dose? Why do you want to create panic for a third dose? You have taken 2 doses as per your own confession right now. Why did you take the second dose? You took the second dose to get the proper antibody response. Be logical, man. The first dose does not provide you enough T cells or antibodies or whatever it is to provide you the immune cover. The second dose, don't. You have what?
Immune cover also requires.
You have what?
No, immunity also requires that entire population has to be vaccinated. Have we completed the vaccination of 100%?
No. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, my dear. You.
We have not.
I'm talking about you.
We have not.
Wait a minute.
Have we completed
Yeah,
100% vaccination?
wait a minute now, Tausif.
I'm talking about 100% vaccination.
Do it then.
That is also
The problem with all of you political guys, you know this much and you want to project it like this much. Don't behave like Rahul Gandhi now. Listen to me. The fact is a booster dose or a miracle dose increases the antibody response. A second dose improves the antibody response. By this logic, does everybody who has taken the second dose, is that person in panic? No. Were you in panic? Was Shashank Joshi in panic when he was taking his second dose? No. He's being logical. Third dose is the miracle dose. It will improve the antibody response. Give it.
Doctors on the panel, I am not in panic. Before, when I heard only you, I was in panic. But when I heard the doctors on your panel, I have decided that I am not in panic because they have very sufficiently, very clearly explained.
That's funny. Well, I'm half a doctor now, am I not? Shashank always tells me out of you're half a doctor.
Or whether it should be called a third dose or an additional dose.
We are doctors. No, we are
Whatever
doctors.
it is,
Why
give
did
it to
we have
people
the
who need
second
it. That's
wave?
what I'm saying.
We are doctors then. We
I
are
agree with you,
advisors
Arnab.
then. Why did you have the second wave? Mr. Taufik, we had
Okay,
doctors then.
Deepak Paliwal had volunteered for the human trials of the Oxford COVID vaccine and now wants to volunteer for the third dose, the nasal one and everything possible. He wants to volunteer all over again. He was one of those who volunteered for the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. He's live from Dubai. So he has a say here. Deepak, what do you think? Have you got a miracle dose yourself? You're in Dubai. I'm told they're giving it there.
I did. Yeah, I did had the booster dose. We call it a booster dose in UK as a booster dose, not as a miracle. I got it 6 months back, and it's required. And half of the NHS staff had the booster dose. So let's agree booster dose is required and everybody should have it when offered. Booster dose is saving quite a lot of lives in UK. Out of 50,000
in the UK.
cases.
No, 1 second. Deepak, can you just walk across and get yourself a booster dose? How does it work in UK?
Yes, you can walk across and get a booster dose. 4 days back, they have opened the booster dose for over 40. Before it was for over 50. They have opened all the booster dose for over 40 now. Then in few days, it will be for over 30s. And then it will boil down to the entire population. Booster dose has saved a lot of lives in UK.
Which means
it's called a booster dose.
And do you have to take your first... So if you've taken your first 2 shots in the UK, you get a booster shot there, or you take your any 2 shots to get a booster shot? Are you saying a booster shot is just freely available for anyone who's taken the first round of the vaccine?
Yes. So I got AstraZeneca 2 shots as the first in the trial, and I got a Pfizer one as a booster shot. So it's a mix and match. It's a required thing. Whatever, I know they're all learned people sitting in the panel. They'll talk about the government, but let's give the booster shot to the doctors at least who are saving lives. You know, Tawfiq is talking about 1 and 2 and dose. This is all wrong. Give it to the doctors, give it to the carers. If doctors will get infection, who will treat the COVID patients? And let's press the panic button in advance. Why don't we have to wait for something to go wrong and then press a button? We have already seen how many lives were lost before. Why do we want unnecessarily to wait?
Shashank,
and
come
then
on.
see? Learn from the different countries.
Dr. Arora,
If I can ask the gentleman, why UK is getting 30-40,000 cases a day these days? Why is whole of Europe where
I can reply to that.
Let me complete. Let me complete.
No, let me reply to that. Let me reply. It's only...
And number of deaths are also more than what
mortality is low, sir. The mortality where it was earlier very high, it's low. 50,000 cases, mortality is 100. In the second wave, when the infections were 50,000, mortality was 3,000. So mortality has reduced. The severity of the booster dose helps in reduction of mortality. Do we need to wait for something more people to die and the mortality increase and then we'll give the booster dose? No. Germany is giving, Singapore is giving, US has started. So why we have to wait for some some more deaths? Let's sometimes be proactive.
So the thing is, I'm asking a question. See, sir, I remember I was doing a Sunday debate on 14th March 2021. And I had asked the question, are we earning goodwill abroad at the cost of ensuring immunization of all Indians against COVID-19? We know what happened in April. We know what happened in May. We know what happened in June. And I had said then, we had a hashtag here, Shashank, vaccines for all. And I was told, you're overreacting. You're overreacting. I'm just saying we are at the threshold, Shashank. Dr. Subramaniam, we are at the threshold. We can stop it. We have the vaccines, or we are going to have all the vaccines. Open it in the market. Let people take their decisions. Why ration it? Why ration it, Dr. Subramaniam? Give me a reason to ration it.
Let's go back to the start of the discussion when you actually talked about an outbreak of COVID, mild COVID among people. Let's make sure we understand that by giving the booster, we cannot eliminate events like that. The problem is, even with the booster, infections will happen. So let's not confuse the issue by saying people have got infection. That is going to happen irrespective of what we do. Yes, we will reduce it, no doubt, but we will not eliminate it. The idea behind giving the booster is to protect the vulnerable, and that is definitely an important point. The question is when. If you look at all the countries that are going through a real problem right now, the third wave, fourth wave, and all that, all of those also started vaccination around the same time we did. And they are seeing a hike in numbers now. I think those kind of timelines are important, and they did not have the benefit of hybrid immunity, which we do have. And we are undervaluing the value of that. Having said that, I do believe a third dose will be necessary in short order. If not today, maybe a couple of months down the line. And I think we need to start looking at that. But at the time, what I would suggest is let's get the data on a couple of things. Number one, mix and match options. Number two, if we do send it to Africa, let's please make sure we get back data on how effective it is against the Omicron variant. because that's going to become very, very important, because as I see it, it's going to sweep the world. And we need to know how well our vaccines do, because every vaccine manufacturer will want those data. So if we do send it, I'm not suggesting we do, but if we do send it, I think it's absolutely critical that we get the data back to see if it can help us in our own program.
Shashank, can I take a call and then come to you? Can I take a call and come to you? Gopal Pawar is calling from Bengaluru, and I'm getting the answer from you, Shashank. Yeah, Gopal, are you there? Hi, Mr. Pawar.
Yes, sir. My question over here.
Mr. Pawar,
that Ravi Godse, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening, sir. My name is Gopal, and the question over here is, Ravi Godse, sir, was saying about American like vaccines and everything. But if you see from last since 1 and 2 years, like from past 2 years, we got the vaccines, we created the vaccine. COVID Shield has huge impact also, and then Covaxin is also. I have taken the Covaxin second dose from the Bangalore itself. So my question: why other vaccines are required in India? And like on the news, we are saying like 130 plus crores almost. We got the basically vaccination count. Okay, so if we count the 130 crore is the population of India, right? For each person there will be 2 doses. Okay, so 260 crores will be there. So we started the mission in the last May. Okay, from the 6th month we crossed this huge mark, and this is very huge achievement. Never happened during the polio times or that times, right? So my question, instead of focusing other like American or Russian vaccines, why we are not focusing on Covaxin? And yes, whatever the booster shots and whatever the third dose is required. So for that, definitely data will be required. So because for each and every person there will be immunity, so it will be dependent on the immunity, like how immunity is working. And if you're talking about the other countries, right? So there is a temperature is a factor, weather is a factor, because 6 months there is a summer, 6 months there is a winter. Okay, so the people will require over there booster shot, you can say flu shots over here. But in India, it's a 4 months of winter, 4 months of summer, and then 4 months of rainy.
I think, yeah.
So
Okay, Gopal, I got the question. Ravi, and then Shashank. Ravi.
I'm immensely proud of it. I'm immensely proud of Indians. What I'm saying is Covaxin, it works against all the domains. So it might be the best vaccine against the new variant. But approve Pfizer and then compare Covaxin booster versus Pfizer booster. My Twitter handle at Dr. Godse Ravi1 is not only survive but thrive. Sirf bachenge nahi, bechenge. Why don't you want to sell Covaxin to the entire world? Before you sell it, you need to study it.
Okay, Shashank. That's a contradiction, Dr. Ravi, because you did admit that you're saying Covaxin is the best because it works against the most nature of. So then even people. No, I'm not holding on. I'm bringing Shashank in. Shashank, before you come in, Anil Srivastava, yes, from Hyderabad, calling in right now, Anil Srivastava and then Shashank. Yeah. Hi, Anil.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Arnab.
Anil, hi.
Compliments for hosting this show.
Good evening.
My question is to Dr. Arora.
Yes, sir.
Short and sweet. I'm a senior citizen, 62 years old. My question, Dr. Arora, is that I've already taken 2 shots of Covishield. As in when we have the miracle dose, am I eligible to take Covaxin? Or is it necessary that I should continue with the Covishield only?
So, Anil, thank you for that question. It's the larger question whether a booster is required, for particular age groups or particular sections of population. We are coming out very soon with a very comprehensive policy. The overall objective of the national policy is our people should be best protected from the disease, and we should not have repeat of second wave in this country.
So, Arnab, can I get in?
Okay, you didn't take that. Shashank, do you want to answer that?
So, very clear that ultimately an additional dose or a booster dose will be needed. The only question is when. But I agree with Arnabji for one particular thing, that every individual life and every Indian life matters. But in public health, unfortunately, it is most of the people, most of the time. When we look at most of the people, most of the time, that is how public health and policy planners plan. The individual groups like healthcare workers who have stuck their life out, the so-called frontline workers who are at the forefront, the senior citizens, as well as the immunocompromised group, which are moderate and severe, they definitely will need an additional boosting. Now, Dr. Arora, what he told us is that the logic is because there has been a large exposure, there has been a hybrid immunity. But I think there is enough stockpile which is lying right now in the private sector and the public sector, and there is a lot of vaccine hesitancy. So simultaneously, one can think in a structured way, a calibrated way, at least in these high-risk groups, start the vaccination. So I think, Dr. Arora, probably within a week or two, please announce a calibrated, systematic, well-thought scientific policy so that at least the healthcare workers, the frontline workers, God forbid a new wave comes, get their vaccine.
But Shashank, we need to move fast. We need to move fast. High-risk groups 1A. But let's move fast. You have availability in free market for those who want it. Because there are others. There are others who may be college-going students. He may be, who may be people who are going out for a job. There may be people who are in professions. Everybody will have to get access pretty soon. I'm saying you can't wait 2-3 months now to allow the miracle shot to those who also will be exposed. Remember, people have got exposed. And people are going to expose need some level of protection. So that transmission is also less. But it's a great debate.
Can we do a quick survey here by show of hands? The doctors and the people who got good marks in biology in 12th, if given a Moderna or Pfizer booster right now, would you take it? Show of hands, the doctors and biology students?
No.
You can't campaign for Moderna and Pfizer on my program.
No. I don't agree.
I wouldn't say that.
Absolutely not.
No. Mera Bharat Mahan, I would say. You please don't say, American vaccines are better than Indian ones. We are proud of what we have done. We are proud of our research, proud of our doctors. No, Dr. Godse. Dr. Godse. No. We'll have to get a response. Shashank is very angry. Shashank.
Yes. I think this is very demeaning, Dr. Godse. Your Pfizer or Moderna is not the best science. It has not proven beyond. It's a new technology. No, 1 minute, Dr. Godse. Let me talk. 1 minute. No, I think this is humiliating. And I would not take this humiliation at all lying down. I think Indian science is at its peak. Indian science is wanting data. Indian science has arrived. And I do not agree with this at all. I think the adenovector platforms and the killed vaccine platforms are at par with any of those mRNA platforms. They might also have some superiority.
No, at par.
But they are only on the
Dr. Arora is smiling.
I don't agree with this at all.
Dr. Arora is smiling. I thank him for coming tonight. I don't agree either. We are proud. We are proud of Bharat Biotech. We are proud of Covaxin. We are proud of Krishna Ella. We are proud of Indian doctors. We are proud of Indian innovators. We are proud of Indian innovation and incubation out here. Dr. Arora, I want to say something here. I think you're on the edge of a policy announcement. Why don't you do it on the program?
India produced the world's first DNA vaccine, and India's RNA vaccine is a generation ahead of mRNA from Pfizer and Moderna. Can be stored at 2 to 8 degrees.
Well said.
It is 10 microgram, which is 1/10 of the Moderna dose and 1/3 of the Pfizer dose. And the adverse events are likely to be much less, particularly in children like myocarditis. I will stop at that, and I totally agree with the others that Indian science has arrived. We are very proud of it.
Let me quickly
I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Bhumi from Madhya Pradesh says on Debate 1, good evening, Arnab. After the announcement of taking back the 3 laws, what's the problem now? I agree. Varsha from Kozhikode in Kerala says the opposition doesn't want the parliament to work properly. This should be stopped. Khushi Singhania says every person should be given a booster shot. Sumita on Debate 2 says the booster shot is effective. The government must allow the booster shots to be given with the threat of Omicron variant looming large. Ladies and gentlemen, brilliant. Bringing the program to you tonight. See you tomorrow at 9. Good night and goodbye for now. Good night.